Historical photos you've never seen before. A man loses his umbrella on a windy and snowy day in 1962. The NC-4 Curtiss flying boat, designed by Glenn Curtiss at Rockaway Beach, Long Island, New York, May in 1919. Babe Ruth tends bar with his father George Herman Ruth Sr. in 1915. Mrs. W. Gaynor canning tomatoes on their farm near Fairfield, Vermont. Medium format negative by Jack Delano, September in 1941. Two smartly dressed women learning to drive the Walthamstow Council trams in London in 1918. English children enjoying a ride at a fair in Calcutta in 1911. Two women train at a boxing school in Berlin, Germany in 1909. Young girls playing in a phone booth in 1980s. Locust Grove School, Claiborne County, Tennessee in 1940. Kids playing with toy boats along the river edge as a steamboat passes by in Rising Sun, Indiana in 1919. Walmart delivery truck in 1980. A man feeding his pigeons from a rooftop on the Lower East Side, New York City in 1960. New York City in 1954. The Dunkley promoter, introduced, made it easier for mothers and nannies to take babies in 1923. Falconers posing with their trained birds, Lahore, circa 1921. Coal miners returning from work along tracks noticed the company housing on the hillside, West Virginia, in 1938. Looking east on Colorado and Pasadena in 1890s. A shop in Bombay in 1890s. Brigitte Bardot at Louveciennes, France in 1952. A car hop on roller skates skillfully delivers a tray full of food to hungry customers in the 1940s. One of the first photos of the Nefertiti bust, Amarna, in 1912. A happy boy and girl enjoying a swing in the 1930s. A man and a boy repairing a tire on the side of a dirt road in 1917. The Whitney family on the east side of Las Vegas in 1929. Leonard Nimoy, the makeup folks put ears on my son Adam to surprise me, a precious moment while shooting the original series in 1960s. Asking a wallflower to dance photo by Nina Lean in 1949. Julia Sweeney and Harvey Keitel in between takes for Pulp Fiction in 1994. Children of Earl Polly playing with dolls and tumbleweed near Smithland, Iowa in 1940. A Filipino-American family posing for a family portrait, Philippines in 1912. Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder on the set of Superman in 1978. New York Public Library in 1944. Hairdressers on a break in the sun, Paris in 1966. Class trip at the Bronx Zoo in 1899. Virginia Mayo reads a newspaper in 1940s. Eartha Kitt waiting for her luggage at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam in 1962. Teenagers listening to records in 1950s. Mark Twain experimenting with electricity in Nikola Tesla's laboratory, circa in 1894. Inuit fishermen with kayak, Alaska in 1900s. Washington, D.C. lady with her Ford in 1935. A woman enjoying a lavish breakfast aboard a Deutsche Lufthansa plane in 1928. Rural mountain school in Breathitt County, Kentucky, August in 1940. New Orleans, a corner of the French Market at the produce stand of Gus Clessy and Bro circa in 1910. Provision store Caracas, Venezuela circa in 1905. Nifty Nook hamburger stand, Phoenix, Arizona in 1942. Delta's post office in Oklahoma Territory in 1903. Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C. in 1924. Washington, D.C. Eastern High School circa in 1910. Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn during the filming of The African Queen in 1951. Washington, D.C. K Jewelry Company for 07 7th Street Northwest circa in 1919. New York South End of Bowery, Coney Island, August in 1903. Laurel and Hardy in The Finishing Touch in 1928. The Jersey Shore at Atlantic City circa in 1905. Children receiving gifts dropped during the Berlin airlift in 1948. Milwaukee, Wisconsin Boys Watching Letter Carriers Convention Parade September in 1939. Peggy Townsend, who was crowned Cherry Blossom Queen, picked out a cherry tree to get her first glimpse of the beautiful blossoms in Potomac Park March 28 in 1939. New York City funeral procession on Mott Street circa in 1905. Richmond, Virginia. Federal soldier guarding Whitworth gun on wharf awaiting shipment April in 1865. Back to the sunny South Carondelet Street, New Orleans circa in 1905. New Hampshire Cathedral Woods, North Conway, White Mountain circa in 1900. Bingham mine brakeman of an or train at the open pit mining operations of Utah Copper Company at Bingham Canyon, Utah, November in 1942. A dispatch rider of the Indian Corps repairing motorcycle, Merville, France, August 3rd in 1915. Miss Radio Queen in 1939. Unknown couple posing by a lake circa in 1899. Wetwatansing, Michigan, the Birches and the Bay circa in 1906. Colorado, a Pikes Peak prospector by William Henry Jackson circa in 1900. Vermont Summit Cut, Green Mountain circa in 1904. Mississippi Harry's Villa, Bay St. Louis circa in 1901. The Jersey Shore Atlantic City circa in 1905. Roger Curtis Johnson headed out for a little spin May 19th in 1925. 3 women in Marshall, Texas in 1899. Florida, a landing on the Tomoka in circa in 1900.